All right, so I was lucky enough to be like just sitting on my phone when I got the email a few days ago that said that the MiniRig subwoofers were back in stock. I had signed up for an email alert for that. Um, so it's kind of important because I have a wedding coming up next month. It's December 2025 right now. So in mid-January, I have a kind of unique wedding where the ceremony and the cocktail hour are at one venue and the reception is at another, at least first time for me, even though our own wedding was that way, more or less. But it means on the DJ end, I'm going to need to have 3 separate sound systems, which I do have, but for the cocktail hour, I'd really like to step up the game and have a professional sound system that is portable. So I've had a little tiny backpack where I keep like a BCD 3000 Behringer controller in there that I've had since 2005. It works great with iPhone. You can check out like one of my videos where I use DJ Pro with it. Even with DVS, I use, well, I've moved on to Record Box. Let me get some water. Yeah, so this is going to be the unboxing of the MiniRig, and I have to say I was kind of worried about purchasing it right before Christmas because we're going away. But amazingly, it shipped overnight from England, from the UK to the USA, New Jersey. So I got it in one day. Took one day to ship, and then it came the next day. So here we go. I don't know if I'm going to get a bill for tariffs, probably. But right now I haven't had to pay anything. So there was like VAT tax, which wasn't too much, and yeah, it was about $650 conversion. I think it was like 450 British pounds, which is great because I remember when the pound was like 2.5 to 1. So, all right, here's what we got. I'll show you kind of like what's in the box here. Looks like we've got, yeah, so this was the bundle. Yeah, two small speakers and the subwoofer. And the other thing too, so right now, like in my little backpack kit, I've got a JBL Extreme 2, which has been fun. It's kind of like a football size thing, you know, and the sound quality is pretty good and everything, but the latency is just really, really bad. And what I mean by that is I'll be cueing the track in one ear and what I'm hearing in the other one, and from what I'm hearing, they're in sync, but the actual recording is not. So yeah, it's just really challenging. So I've been looking for a portable speaker with 0 latency, and incredibly, the interesting thing behind the the Bluetooth speakers, which they have this incredible power for the small size, which has a lot to do with like lithium batteries and everything, and they're super loud. But the other big thing of the technology is DSP, so digital signal processing, I think. And it sounds great. They can do a lot, but the latency is terrible for DJing. So I've been looking a lot at. I almost considered buying a Extreme 1 because it had like 0 latency apparently, or very low, like 6 milliseconds or something. The Extreme 2 is like 32 milliseconds. It's like you can really, it sounds like almost like a chorus effect when you put the headphones and you listen to the same track when you're not queuing a track, and it's just but yeah, going back to the wedding, you know, I do need this kind of now. I was super happy to be right there when the email came through and it said the subwoofer is back in stock, and they had black or blue, and I decided to go with black because you know, I'm going to be using this for weddings and professional use and stuff like that. So here's how it ships, just basically like that. It's the bundle, 2 mini rigs and 1 sub. So let's see what we got here. All right, this. I like the cardboard packaging. Yeah, and in terms of weight, 4 kilos. This was measured at. So do the math. I don't know what that is, but yeah, this is like not too heavy, not too bad. And these guys are actually, yeah, you can tell these are really powerful speakers just from the weight. Little stickers, kind of cute. I like the top, bottom, MiniRig wireless speakers, co.uk, MiniRig 4, and of course the Sub 4. Yeah, and I wasn't gonna rush them. Like sometimes if things are out of stock, you know, you think that like they're you know, making some changes, some design changes or something, but I'll probably keep these boxes at least for a little while. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, $650 to spend on a little speaker system is a lot of money, but like I said, you know, like I am serious about when I do a cocktail hour, like, you know, I want to have the ceremony set up with like my JBL battery powered thing with the wireless mics or whatever. And then for the cocktail hour, have like a little mini setup that I can do that has like a little mic and everything, and fits in the backpack or kind of like a suitcase that kind of doubles up as something that I can take with me anywhere, to do sets anywhere, you know, like under a bridge or on the beach or wherever, you know. And so having a proper sound system, I think, is worth it. And going back to the latency thing, these were really like kind of made for DJs. Just if you want to see the sub box, kind of the same design. All right, and I guess more or less hat. But let's open these up. I think they do come with the bags, so should be kind of cool. What do we got in here? Let's see. Aux cable, 1/8 inch male, carabiner, not a bad idea, and USB-C to USB, I guess that's A. Again, using all paper, I like that to kind of seal everything together. MiniRig sticker, that's cool. Yeah, put that somewhere, put it on my flight cases maybe. And silica gel. But I like that they just kind of give you everything you need, or at least the cases come with it. It's super high quality zippers, and I like that they ship them in the case. What a concept. We're sending you a protective covering. All right, and then they put a little bit of packaging in here to just kind of, and a quick start guide. Okay, so what does it say? Bluetooth pairing, step 1, turn on the power, hold down the power button, pair MiniRig 4. And let's see, volume, power, volume. So I guess kind of like instructions, and then a battery volume level on the side. So everything's super simple. I've only watched like a few videos on this. There's not too many videos of people using the MiniRig. I did find one TikTok of a guy who had set up, like basically what I use is like a, it's a projector stand. So I just put my controller there, and then it actually had like a stand for my iPhone, which I use as the music device. You can check out some of my mixes where I've done that. Yeah, this is like very kind of like iPhone minimalist, yet durability. Feels like you could just kind of like throw this down some stairs and it would be pretty good. But okay, yeah, so here's gonna be your lights and power button and power up down. So I assume these need to be charged up before we use them. But yeah, I like how the packaging is done. I'll probably just do like a sound test later. And I guess this carabiner, yeah, I can hook onto here. I like this carabiner thing. So like I was saying, I found another guy on TikTok who is the only video I found of basically someone who he had like a controller and I don't know what, oh, it was an all-in-one Denon system. That's what it was. It had like a little screen, kind of like similar to like the Omni Pro from Pioneer, where it's kind of like all-in-one, battery powered, supports USBs, and he just kind of had these things hanging off. Okay, he had the sub hanging from a carabiner, and I think these, you can like 3D print stands, so they kind of like sit like this, which is maybe what I'll do, but I kind of like the idea of just like hanging them, you know? I wonder if there's like a hole that you can zip, and it doesn't look like there's any like air output on the bottom or anything, it's just on the top, so you probably could just really keep these in the bags, powered up, and because the top of the bag is mesh see-through, you could just kind of hang them. I like it. But just like that. So hang one on either side, and then maybe the sub up and down or on the floor or something. I don't know. But yeah, we'll figure out how we use these. I know you have to kind of daisy chain between them, because I think you pair. Anyway, I'm not using Bluetooth anyway. And that's not the issue with the latency with these Bluetooth speakers. It's simply the DSP. And actually, when I use my JBL 320, which I was talking about for the ceremonies and stuff, and it would be totally fine for cocktail hour, but it's tough to, you know, move the sound system and all this stuff. It's better just to have something set up, and you can kind of just like autoplay it, walk over there, autoplay, and then come back, pack up the ceremony, and then go and kind of mix live to get the party grooving. So, yeah. So with the JBL, actually, when you use it as a monitor for DJing, you have to plug into daisy chain plug, not the aux in. And that just makes it just an amplified speaker with no DSP. And it's super nice that JBL did that, because it actually works great as a monitor. It's, you know, flashing lights and stuff kind of add like a cool effect depending on where I place it. Sometimes I place it behind us and it's kind of shooting out, or my other DJ friend, he's like, just point it right at us, just put us right there. And when we had open decks, I had to set it up that way, and he likes it like that, because he's saying even putting it behind us 5 feet, he's like, that adds just too much latency. And I was looking at a DJ rider for a DJ that I greatly respect, and he was saying, you can't have the monitor behind me. It needs to be, we need to have one on each side. So build your own sound system. Okay, whatever. But I like this cardboard, and like there's nothing else in there, just a license thing and silica gel tabs. So here's the other one. Looks like we got the same cord layout, different sticker. And again, I like the fact that they put these, ship them in the cases. But yeah, the case feels just like super well made. And the zippers feel pretty hardcore. So definitely, you know, you're kind of getting what you pay for here. I hope these will be, you know, super useful and rip rockin', right? Because like, I just want to be able to kind of set up anywhere, and you can start quiet and people getting into it, and then rip it when it's time. Because what happens with that JBL Extreme is like, because I was playing like in the parking lot, like after like a Red Bulls soccer game, and I just like lost the power, you know, because I couldn't get enough push, and people were like ready to start dancing and the whole thing, and it just wasn't there. And that was like not a scene where I could bring the giant JBL. I have since then, and that's cool and everything, but that was just a quick like 30-minute set before one of the games. So yeah, I'm gonna charge these up before I use them, but I do really like that they come with USB-C, because that's just like gonna be the standard. And then I guess it's just kind of like an in-out plug. But yeah, these look super nice in black. I think having the stands, well, for my setup, I think hanging them would be just totally fine. So yeah, I'm just gonna not try to spend any more money right now. But yeah, I was super pumped that I was just sitting there, just like I was looking at something, and then boom, here goes the email, and it says subs are back in stock, and I was like, all right, we got to do this. So yeah, I got the bundle deal, and like I said, out the door it was like 450 pounds or $650. So and then, you know, the exciting thing was, or I'm glad that I just pulled the trigger on it, because I had talked to my wife about it. She was like, well, just buy what you need. You know, if you've got the gig lined up, you know, get what you need. And I said, well, I really want this system, but it's not in stock, but I signed up for the waiting list, and we'll see what happens. So it worked out. Yeah, these seem like super high quality little aux cables. I like these guys, not too long, and nicely made. And these USB cables actually say MiniRig on them. Really tiny lettering, so that's cool. Yeah, and then I'm thankful that just everything came in time. Overnight shipping from England to New Jersey. Unbelievable. Quick start guides with the same thing. All right, yeah, and it comes in the case. So this one looks like it's gonna have to hang in the middle. We could figure out how to get this to hang in the middle. It would be nice if the lettering was right side up when it's hanging. It's a shame that it's upside down like that, but they'll just have to deal. I mean, I guess it's better for, you know, yeah. And so here they do have the plug for the wires. So I guess that one, they don't have the hole for the wires. I wonder if maybe we could make one or just send it out the zipper. But in this case, they did make it. I like the case. I just think it's cool that they just include the cases when you buy it. I think that's good practice. And the hanging part, it's cool that, because the speaker definitely is like a little bit top heavy on this side, so it would have been interesting if they maybe put the hanger here so it wouldn't hang sideways a little bit. But no big deal. All right, let's check it out. Yeah, I guess all the cases are black, so it doesn't really matter. Like, it's interesting too that it unzips from both sides. Okay, whatever. Oh, this is cool. So you can just put it down on the table too. I like it. And just like two two 1/8 inch jacks and a USB plug. And I don't know if this is, well, I think this one is USB too. Step 1, press the power button. On the MiniRig 4, press and hold the power button to enter pairing mode. On your device, pair to MiniRig 4, and then pair 2 units wirelessly, press and hold the plus button, or pair 3 units, press and hold the minus button. So I guess everything can be paired via Bluetooth. I'm not too interested in that because inherently Bluetooth is going to have that latency, but the big test is going to be setting up this gear, and I guess everything's got a battery in it. Input and output. Yeah, so actually you can use these as a power bank. It says input is 5 volts, 1.5 amps, and output is 5 volts, 1.5 amps. So each one's got a battery in it, which is good. This is not just a passive sub, it's an active sub. And yeah, so the plugs would line up with that there, so you can kind of, let's do that. Yeah, case fits well. And I don't know if maybe because I bought the bundle, it came with the cases, I don't know. But I like the black. If the case is black, you might as well just get the black speakers, you know, unless you're going out of your way to be cool. So yeah, that's not bad. It's more or less there. It's gonna sound great. If we had this and these kind of doing this, maybe, I don't know. Could we attach them all together? We'll have to figure it out. But I hear these are just super loud, and there's also no latency. And everyone's saying, hey, you know, you go in any DJ forum, Reddit, whatever, do you have, you know, like, what's the best portable speaker for DJs? And everyone's complaining about DSP latency and how you can't use them, and then everyone just says MiniRig, MiniRig. So again, I think I wouldn't do this if I didn't have this gig coming up, but more and more it's, I think, like I did have a gig recently this fall where I needed to have that separate sound system for the cocktail hour, and what I did was just hire a DJ friend of mine to be the cocktail hour DJ, and he brought his own sound system, and then we kind of had the three spots. So yeah, it's going to be super exciting to set all this up, and I kind of like these just cardboard you know, cones that they came in. Might just like recycle these. I don't know, I'm not huge on saving boxes, but I guess it would protect them if we had to ship them out, ship them back. I'll just hold on to them for a little bit until we figure out. So I'll hold on to these quick start guides. The packaging can get rid of. Yeah, so this MiniRig Bluetooth black, yeah, date December 17th, ordered, and it arrived on the 19th. So, because when I ordered it, it was probably noon on the 17th, so that would have been too late, probably cut off time. That's why it shipped out the next day. But overnight shipping, it's the way to go, because you're kind of freaked out, you know, when you order anything abroad. But now, if it's coming super fast, then you're not worried about it getting mishandled along the way. So for for something like this. And it did need to have signature on delivery, but luckily UPS allows now, you can, in the app or whatever, you can say, just drop it at my house. We've got cameras. So, yeah. Super pumped to try these out. And I think they'll go great with my little portable setup. And, you know, props to MiniRig for getting some of these back in stock for the end of the year, just in time for my gig. And I think I'll definitely take my console, my backpack on vacation and try it out, and, you know, play a little bit at the RV park and stuff. And that's always fun, and kind of little promo stuff, hand out some cards if anyone asks. And yeah, I'll just kind of show you one more time. And yeah, so I'm lucky too, because later in the day, I went back and looked to see if they had all sold out, and yeah, they had all sold out. So glad I just jumped on it. And, you know, like I said, I was just kind of like, I was on my phone when the email came in, got right on my laptop and just said, all right, we got to do this. So yeah, I was ready to pull the trigger. Thanks so much. Thanks for watching.